Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome to this week's coaching corner. Hopefully, you guys could hear me and see me okay. Right now, I do have the comments live on the screen. Um, Welcome to 2026. So, let's rock and roll. Hey, Mandy, what's happening? Today's episode is a little different. I don't have a guest coach to come in here, but we should all be at the same point in our business right now where we're thinking about what we're going to be doing for 2026. What are the goals we need to hit? How much production that we want? That should be our aim and target in this meeting. And today, I built something that I think is pretty cool. Hopefully, you guys like it and you're able to use this and put it inside your business. And I'm going to take you through it today, give you access to it, let you follow along if you want to, all that good stuff. Let me add this to the stage here. Awesome. Hopefully, you guys can see my screen. This is the LO Success Playbook. This is something that I created for you guys that you could use inside your business now. Hopefully, as you're watching this, you want to create a game plan, an actionable thing that you could do every single day to help you be more successful in 2026. Now, how you get to this is if you go to myhomeiqplaybook.com, it'll take you to this screen. Don't jump ahead yet. I want to take you through the whole thing step by step, show you guys how to use it and what it can do for your business. But the idea behind this is we've done a couple years of coaching corner now where we have coaches come on and they share with all of the stuff that you guys should be doing inside of your business. How to create game plans, how to reach out to agent partners, how to use technology, how to use AI, all of this stuff, how to build content. All of this stuff is super helpful. But the problem is execution. I know that's what I struggle with sometimes, especially when I was in production, is what should I be doing on a regular basis to make sure that I hit the targets that I want to, right? Because all of us start at the same point where we have a goal that we want to hit at the end of the year, and you need to work backwards from that goal of what you need to do on a regular basis. I was scrolling on Instagram and I came across a post that was super helpful, that I thought was pretty helpful. Someone was talking about doing a gratitude journal. And we've probably all heard of that. If you're here in Coaching Corner, you're all about progress. How do I be more successful? What are the activities and actions I need to do to be successful? And I thought this was helpful. So he brought out why a gratitude journal makes sense and what it actually does for you. And all it is something simple. He just has a journal by his bedside. At the end of the day, he tries to write down three things that he's grateful for that happened throughout the day. And you get in bed, you're sitting there, you want to write this down, and you're thinking about, okay, what happened in my day? What can I be grateful for? And what it does over time is it programs your mind throughout the day to look at the things that you want to be grateful for. And you will attach onto those items. And all of a sudden, you're reconditioning your brain to search the things that you should be grateful for or happy about, which is a different concept. I've never heard that before. I thought that was super cool and something that I wanted to try. Now, the same thing is true in your business. If you're not intentional with what you want to achieve, your likelihood of achieving those goals goes down significantly. And that's why I built this LO Success Playbook. Because if you watch all these coaching corners, usually you might be doing your work at the same time. It might be on in the background. Maybe there's a couple nuggets that happen inside of an episode, and you're saying to your head, oh, I'm going to go back and I'm going to start implementing those things inside my business. This happens to all of us, right? And we don't actually take the actionable content and put it inside of our business. We have a lot of customers that come on Home IQ and they start out great. They upload their homeowners, they start using it, and then they get busy and they're not consistent in the activity that they need to be if they want their business to grow to the next level. So, what I did is I went through a bunch of our best coaching corner episodes with all of the great nuggets and grabbed all the good ideas, the tips, the strategies, the scripts that you can take inside and build your own custom playbook that you could print out and take with you, write on it, be tangible, and start looking for the things inside your business that you need to do so that you can actually level up and get to the next level. So let's dig right in. So again, all you have to do is go to myhomeiq.com slash or myhomeiqplaybook.com. That's the domain, myhomeiqplaybook.com. It should be up here on the screen. It's small, but you should be able to find it. And all you have to do is enter your name. So I'll just put in my name here. And then you start building your custom playbook. So this system, this plan will be customized based on your selections in here. So if you guys use this and you like this, awesome. If you want to see any changes, let me know. We can make updates to this. The whole point of this is to give you a roadmap of what you need to do, not only inside Home IQ, but inside your business so you could build more relationships. Because the more relationships you have will lead to more transactions long term. So, taking this playbook, it's customizable. So, everyone's playbook is going to be a little bit different or worksheet. It takes maybe 10 or 15 minutes to go through the whole thing. And hopefully, you'll generate this, take this, and apply. Oh, yeah. Thanks, Mindy. Putting it in the comments there so you guys can find it. And I wanted to create different playbooks depending on where you are inside your career. We have loan officers that come to us that are brand new. We have loan officers that come to us that are seasoned, they're experienced inside the business for several years. And your guys' playbook and worksheet might be differently because you're at different levels inside your business and you might have different activities that you want to go through. I'll just show you all the steps and then I'll take you through a workbook. But like I said, there is a ton of different stuff in the back end of this system. So everyone's workbook is going to be slightly different based on what they select. I'll start with the new LO playbook. So I'll go in here. So if you're in your first 3 years of business, you may not have a large database of past customers. Hopefully you came out the gate ripping it and you're closing, 100 loans a year, but you're the outlier, right? Most of the brand new loan officers, they need to build their database and build their business. Now, our philosophy here at Home IQ is it's so much easier to work with people that know you, like you, and trust you than a cold lead from the internet. Now, with that said, cold leads from the internet are great to supplement or build your business, but they're expensive. If you don't have a conversion system, they're hard to convert. There's a lot of extra stuff that comes from a cold lead. So that's why we want to build a network. Because again, you're in the relationship game. And you could build a network by going out and meeting people or going out and connecting with agents that can then refer you business. That's what we look at in Home IQ is we wanted to build an ecosystem and a platform that allows you to connect with more agents and referral partners at the same time of building a past customer or sphere of influence database. Because if you're in this for the long game, it's not about this transaction. It's about helping them get the best deal on this transaction. But then 3 years from now, when they have a life event and they need to do a HELOC or a refinance, you're there to support them. And then 5 or 7 years from now, when they need to transact or sell that place, upsize the home or downsize the home, you're there to help them along with that transaction. So hopefully you're here because you have a long-term perspective and you want to build clients for life. That's why we actually built Home IQ is I was thinking about inside the business, like I don't want to be looked at as another loan officer or agent. I wanted to be like the financial planner to this person's largest asset. Some people, their home with the equity that they build is their largest asset. And you guys guide them through what could potentially be the largest transaction they've ever made. And I wanted to take that seriously and not only help them on that one transaction, but the next transaction, their friend and family member, maybe their neighbor down the street. You want to build clients for life. And so I know that's a tangent, but let me get back to the playbook. So on here, you want to set your income goals, right? Like be intentional, be intentional on what you want to achieve for the year, right? So maybe you're ambitious. You want to make, $250,000. And in today's economy, that's enough to get by. Put whatever income goal you want in here that you want to make. And then average commission. I know you guys work basis points and all that stuff, but what percentage of a loan do you make? These are rough numbers. This is just to give you a ballpark idea of the action that you need to take inside here. So don't get hypercritical. I can edit this stuff if you guys want to see it a little bit more focused. I wanted to make this general, so loan officers can use it, and then I'll take it and build an agent version of this as well. But let's say I make 1.25% of every single loan that I do. And my average loan, depending on where you live, is going to be different. Let's say it is 475, right? So this gives me an idea of the loan size, the commission I'm going to make, and the income that I want to make in 2026. This is going to give me some rough numbers based on these my inputs that I put in here, what I need to achieve. So I need 21 leads every single month so I could close 4 loans per month. And this is kind of the breakdown of that. Cool. Is that achievable? Is that hitting your goals? Is this realistic to what you want to accomplish? Maybe you want to set this a little bit higher for yourself because you're hungry and you want to really scale up your business and buy that boat you've been dreaming about. So I'm going to click here and go to the next section. So in here, this is to just, again, be intentional with your mindset, bringing stuff to the forefront. Where do your leads actually come from? How many leads you need to get? And I could get hyper focused and put different close ratios. I'm going to take a general close ratio in here. You need 252 leads to get the amount of transactions that you need to make the income that you want to. And this will give you an idea of like how strong your circle of influence is, how strong your agent partners are, your clients, your past customers, your current customers you're working with, social media platform, maybe a builder relationships. The idea is that you could take these buckets that feed your business and kind of input the data that you think you could generate. Now, these are all projections and forecasts, but the whole point, just like a gratitude journal, is to bring that stuff to your forefront so you could be intentional and thinking about these things on a regular business. Now, me, I have a big circle of influence. I think if I was in loans, I could probably talk to 50 of them. It's going to show me 5 per month. Cool. That's totally doable for me. No problem. Again, I have a big agent network. I'm probably going to get 60 agent leads throughout the year, maybe more. And this is again customized. So you could put in whatever you think you could get. It kind of shows you how many leads per month that is 5, right? So that's less than 1 per week. And think about your business over the last couple of years. Were you getting more referral partners or less? Kind of, it gives you an idea to calculate this stuff out. Let's say for every 5 customers I work with, I get a referral and I'm doing that many deals. So I'm going to get, 10 of these over the year. Cool. That's like a 1 per month. I don't know any builders. Past customers, I got a ton of those, 1,000 of them in the database. Again, this is the new LO playbook. So you might not have a ton of past customers. So maybe you only get 10 of those, 1 per month coming your way, raising their hand inside that. But maybe you're good at social media and you get 1 or 2 people per month reaching out. Let's just put 25 in there. And again, it's going to be short of your goal, but the whole point is to give you a playbook that you could take and use this inside your business to create the activity, the actions that give you the results. And whenever you're doing goal setting, and this is something that I did when I was building my last company and used and coached a ton of agents on, is when you're building your business, you can't really control the outcome. You can only control the inputs, the activities and actions that you do. That's what you can hold yourself accountable to. And that's the idea behind this playbook is what can I do on a regular basis that I know will provide results for me? And then in here is like kind of like your archetype. Are you a networker? Do you like building relationships with people? Maybe you're good at content and you want to post more content. You're going to make that part of your strategy this year. The playbook is going to change based on what you want to do. Maybe you're a phone warrior. I'll show you how this thing works and how it ties to my home IQ. And again, this is version 1 just to give you guys a playbook that you could run with out the gate. Maybe you like picking up the phone, like you're going to dial for dollars. You know that you could hammer the phones and you're a phone warrior. Based on what you select, it's going to give you different tips, tricks, and scripts that you could use and actionable playbook inside your business. Then the next one, what are you willing to do? And then be honest with yourself, right? When you're creating goals and plans, don't, if you're not good at content, don't say, oh, I'm going to start posting content when you've never shot a video before or posted anything on your social media in the last 2 years, like me. So pick the archetype that you can actually be successful in, because the whole point is building momentum, right? If you start having success and creating activity that you're actually going to do, all of the other stuff becomes easier. Sometimes you don't even have to do the things you don't like to do because you have enough business focusing on the activities that you do like doing. But what are you willing to do? Are you willing to put some energy into building your circle of influence? Like, are you going to go out and meet more people on a regular basis? Be intentional, asking them about their market, what their plans are, putting them inside your database, sending them a My Home IQ report. If you're not going to do those activities, maybe don't select that box. Recruiting realtor partners. So again, if we're a 0 to 3 year LO, you're going to focus heavily, hopefully, on building that network and building your referral partnerships through your agents. And that's hopefully why you're here, is using intelligence to find the agents that you could connect with, that you align with, and could do more business. But again, you can select whatever activities that you're willing to do, right? Daily success habits, and these changes based on what you selected when you were building your playbook. But you can select whatever you want and then create your playbook. This is going to build this $1 million workbook taken not from my head, but from the coaches that came on Coaching Corner. All of their ideas and nuggets and playbooks that they have, spouted for of what they teach their customers. We've grabbed that and put it in here, and it gives you, this tangible success playbook for building a future business. Because again, we selected a 0 to 3 year loan officer, and hopefully you don't burn out in the first 5 years, that you're able to be successful. We created the 30 POC, right? Points of contact, who to reach out to, how to reach out to those people, 20 action items of step-by-step instructions on what you need to. So again, this is totally custom. Your playbook is going to be different than a different LO because there's so much content in there. It's going to grab different pieces depending on what you're going to do. And if you create multiple, it might be different every single time. It's kind of like a choose your own adventure, um, or ad libs type playbook. And then you just click download. When you click download, it is going to download that PDF of whatever you just created inside the system here. So let me share this other screen. Now, I'm in front of a computer all day, every day. And I know a lot of you loan officers are as well. And sometimes it's good to get outside of the computer and get tactile. Whoops. And get tactile into the real world. So let's see, slides as a PDF. I want to stop sharing. Nope. I want to share a different screen. Share screen. Boom. Here we go. And in here, it created the playbook that we just, whoa, that's super zoomed in, that we just created in here. So it's going to show you, the $1 million playbook. It's going to have your name on it, new loan officer guide of what you need to be successful. You guys can't see what I'm doing because I didn't add this to the stage. So let me add that to the stage. Sorry. And the whole point of this is so that you guys have a tailored playbook that you could follow. It's going to break down the table of content of what's in here, and it's going to have mindset, body, action, right? This is the name of the game. What you need to do in your mindset on a daily basis, what action that you need to take, what framework do you need to put yourself into so that you could be successful. The whole thing of why you guys are here is hopefully being intentional with your actions. Some people do this through meditation, the gratitude journals, all that kind of stuff helps you get into the framework that you want to put yourself in. So if you are a phone warrior or you want to build an agent network relationship business, and you could build a very successful just off agent referrals, get yourself into the mindset. What persona do you need to take on? How do you speak real estate agent? What are you going to do? What's your approach? That's why I created this, to help guide you through the step. Because all of you are probably in the same boat. When you want to attack something new, you're burning a ton of calories and you go into analysis paralysis to figure out, what should I be doing on a regular basis? Well, not anymore. Hopefully you could take this, print out this, and use it, put it in front of you, and actually write on this so that you're intentional. There's something magical that happens when you take something from the digital space and bring it into the real world and actually write with it. What happens in your brain when you put pen to paper is what is really the unlock to helping you get to where you want to go. So if you were a coaching customer, they would make you do this kind of stuff. You'd be paying them money to say, hey, hold me accountable to doing this on a regular basis. Now, obviously, we're not a coaching company. We're not coaching you. We just want to take the information, put it into something that's easy for you guys to digest and follow and use on a regular basis. So, all of us have probably been to Coaching Corner or been to a conference or saw a really good YouTube video with some ideas in it. And we're like, man, that is great. I love that. I want to take that and put it inside my business. And then a lot of us fail on the execution part. We stop when we're right close to actually putting it into place. And this is one of the challenges of working as like a solopreneur like you guys is you're so busy working in the business to keep the cash register going, producing loans on a regular basis, you don't have time to stop, think about it, spend tons of time figuring out a strategy and a game plan of how to scale your business to the next level. Hopefully this helps unlock that for you. Hopefully you guys were able to follow along and go through this, and I'll show you how this connects to Home IQ inside this. And then this is a tracker. Obviously, if it is a PDF, you can print out as many as you want to just keep this on your desk, print it out once a week of all the different items that could help you build this out. This is the action items that you need to do, right? If I'm a new LO, I need to build a list of 100 people, friends, family, colleagues, and then come up with the strategy of how to reach out to these people. Take notes on the activity that I did. What did I like doing? What did I not like doing? What can I do more of? All this stuff helps you build the muscle memory of a successful business. Recruiting realtor partners. What actions do I need to take? And then again, write this stuff down. And then later in the playbook, social media, I selected 4 different items. So you're going to have more. Maybe you only select 2. Maybe you only select 1. All of those things could help you really get to the next level. On here, here's the strategy that you could use inside this: the clients, the buying agents, the listing agents, like what's the approach? Call every Tuesday for updates with the people I'm working. The whole thing is getting that structure, because if you have a playbook and a game plan, the likelihood of you being successful goes up tenfold versus the person that isn't executing a game plan on a regular basis. The perfect buyer consultation. Again, this isn't all my info. This is the info I put together, scraping through tons of the mortgage coaching corners and all the content that they put together and all the stuff that we have, putting it into a simple playbook that you could customize exactly to your business. The 4 pillars of handling objections. And we could build off this, guys. So if you like this a lot, maybe we create QR codes that you could scan and watch a little video on each one of these topics or subjects. We could totally keep going if you guys like this kind of stuff inside your business, because Home IQ is great. It's going to solve some of the problems you need to have, but what it doesn't do is do the work for you. Or if you want to scale and you want to come into a new segment, a new pillar inside your business, you need a game plan and a strategy. I want you to be super successful in that game plan and strategy. Go in here, build a playbook just on agent referral partnerships, and just grab that playbook, print it out, and use it on a regular basis. Follow up cadence. So, again, you don't have to burn calories thinking about a strategy. Take the strategy that millionaire loan officers use and just copy them. You don't need to rethink and reinvent the wheel. Just use the content in front of you. Now, you could take it once you get the reps in here and you're getting the feedback, make it your own and personalize it. Absolutely. But at least start, at least take it and run with it. Recruiting realtor partners, right? The Trojan horse strategy of how to do that, right? Saving the deal script, the opener, the demo pitch, all that stuff. And then once you layer this with the strategy on top of the tools inside Home IQ, that is where you really start winning. Because not only do you have a game plan of what to say, when to say it, who to say it to, but now I have the tool to go find the people that I can reach out and take. Let me connect this to how you would take the strategies and game plans in here and apply it inside of Home IQ. So I don't know if I could share 2 screens at once. No, I have to share one at a time. Okay. But I'll go in here. Cool. So if I went into my Home IQ account, oh, I got to add it to you so you guys could see it, because otherwise I'm just talking at the screen. You guys see that? Okay. Yes. All right, cool. So if I'm in my Home IQ account, and I'll make it a little bit bigger so you guys can see this dashboard, the idea behind this dashboard is at a glance, you could quickly see what's going on inside your business. What did I just do? Oh, I was trying to write on the screen, but I don't think it lets me write on the screen. Okay. So in here, you have the homeowners, shows this number here. I don't know if you guys could see the highlight that I'm putting on here. This is a demo count, so it's not real. Hopefully, you guys have 1,000 homeowners inside, and you actually have your active reports going out on a regular basis, because this is how people are going to have activity. How many reports sent? How many people opened it? What they clicked on? We had an LO who has been around for a long time. He came on board. Within his first 30 days, we uploaded his 385 person past customer database. He didn't even have all of his customers in there. And then he just saw these potential refinances. And again, he was intentional with his actions and started reaching out to these people that were in this refinance list. He just went through. Now we give you some cool tools that you could take, like build a preview of what's going on inside their business, maybe, or sorry, their home, and grab this, download this quote in here. Whoa, it's glitching out on me in this share screen. But you could download the PDF and send that to them. Maybe they didn't pick up the phone and you want to send it to them. Maybe you want to create a link and say, hey, I created something for you. What this guy did is he just grabbed a strategy of picking up the phone and calling his past customers, and he was able to get 4 of them into a conversation and actually into his loan application and into his loan escrow for refinances. So there is opportunity if you work the system. So that is the idea behind this thing, is one, giving you guys a playbook that you could create based on what you want to achieve. And then two, getting intentional. There again, I'm making up words for you. Getting intentional about the actions and activities you take on a regular basis inside your business. So again, Mandy shared that with us. That was great. My Home IQ playbook. Boom. So if you go in here, yeah, sweet, it did change. Put in your name and go ahead and, click the journey, put in your data, create the playbook, print it out, and actually use it. Most people come inside these webinars and training programs, and then they don't ever take action. And that's what is actually the unlock, is the people that actually take action are the ones that are going to win long term. And even if you grab one little nugget or do one thing differently inside your business, this is what helps you be successful long term. It's all these little compounding effects that are the true progression inside your business. Just getting 1% better every single day, or doing one thing different outside of your comfort zone on a regular basis. The whole point of this is just make it easier for you guys to follow that. So use it, give us feedback. If there's something that's missing in here or you want to see, or a playbook created around a particular strategy, all that stuff. Yeah, exactly. Just pass the ball. Time. Thanks, Mandy. I'll just pass the ball to you. Take it, run with it, create your playbook. Let's rock. I'll stay on if anyone has any questions. Hopefully, this is helpful so that you have the best year in lending in 2026. If not, thanks so much. We'll post this. We'll put a link to the playbook, make it easy for you. We'll put it in the mortgage tools. I don't know if anyone saw that we added some mortgage tools that you could add to your website, or create calculators, or some stuff that you could show to your customers really quickly. We'll put that under there as well. We're doing a refresh to the training section, which is going to have the more coaching corner stuff, the resources, all the like worksheets and playbooks when someone comes on and they present something. All that stuff we're going to put inside of the toolkit in the training section under the coaching corner. I'm also having the team work on a calendar so you guys can see when we do these webinars. I know our team internally does training on a regular basis. You could hop into the training, you could hop into the office hours, go deep on a feature with Home IQ. All this stuff is just to help you guys be more successful. So thanks so much. If you have any questions, drop it in the chat. If not, take care, create your playbook, and get going.